Hey, hey, hey. Yay, yay, yay. Oh, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Well, that's what I say. That's what I say. So today I was able to do a writing about the origin of why I'm here. And so I know I like fuss about it all the time. So I was like, let me talk about it. So last week it was like write about your favorite cousin. So I'm gonna do both of them. I'll read both of them. I guess I could share my screen and I can correct it as I go along because the last one it wasn't correct. Uh the one from the 11th is not correct. The one that I'm about to share now. Y'all, why the Wi-Fi go bad on this other one? Because I was like, last week, this guy named Gary comes into the classroom and he's the stalker. He's one of the stalkers. He looks like he's Brandon with plastic surgery. So I was like, nah, I'm going to go and do this. And Brandon is a serial killer. Brandon Clark is a serial killer. It's either him or that guy that was stalking me at the with the bad skin at Central Market. And I'm talking about this stuff has been since I was young. Like, it's not a joke. So these people will try to push and pull your life and all this different stuff. That's why Soul is important because that's part of my evidence. The Soul movie. Um, I'm the star. I was not a tree. I was a star. So let's look at it. Let's read about Carlotta. When I met Carlotta, I was 14 years old. I never saw her at school, even though both of us attended Cahokia High School. Eddie would say he just saw her, but we never had the same passing. She went to college or was going to college, and I would be going to another place soon too. I think Texas or California. I really can't remember right now. She was pretty and about my age, thin, light complexion, and she had the prettiest smile. She would invite me to her clean room where everything had its place and where everything was in place. I knew her mother was much like my grandmother. She liked order out of necessity. She had a younger sister, but they were years apart and didn't seem very close. She didn't um mean her. I don't know what that means. She didn't mean her mother was mean. So I think I'm just saying her mother was mean because it wasn't like Carlotta was mean. Her mother was mean for the both of them. Mm-mm. I meant that for the both of them. I guess my grandmother carried my fire as well. For the second time, I had someone in the front of me that was welcoming a few years before I met another step cousin in Louisiana that was the same way. I remember her hair, and in Carlotta's case, I remember her smile. She had dark eyes and always stood like a model. When we talked, she would ask me what I thought and what we should do. She helped me venture into our neighborhood for friends that we liked at school, like Jamacia and Monet. But after middle school, we never talked again. So we would pass by to see if they were already outside. The best part about her was her love for new music like Boys to Me, In Vogue, and Janet Jackson. We would open the CD jacket and sing the words to the best of our abilities. She would have loved the annual McGee Christmas party. We would have sung there, but we never did. She was estranged by then, and it probably would have been over money. Just like the others, I just learned to enjoy our time together and use it for what it was. She was gentle and loving, and I could see why the boys loved her, but most of all, I could see that she was boy crazy too. When she got to my neighborhood, she was ready and eager to meet her crushes that would send her away as if she were not the prettiest girl in school. And she would stand there and care. I loved how open about love and boys she was. My Aunt Osa would try to put a stop to her feelings as if they were bad, I think mainly out of jealousy. She didn't like the freedom of Carlotta's feelings, but this is something I loved about her and hated about them. All my cousins preferred her over me, like Candy and Terrell. Candy chose to treat me as if I were ugly, while Terrell may have dreamed that someday he could marry her. She was worthy of all this love, and on her side of the family, she was the only one that ever saw me at the family barbecues. But they were glad that she had a friend and stayed out of our way. For the times that we shared, She gave me attention that I didn't even know that I needed. It wasn't addictive or untouched. It was strange to have such a such a good one, such a good friend that was my cousin. And that's it. So that was the first one about Colada, y'all. And so last week I had to get off of on the 11th, I had to get off of the thing because some guy named Gary keeps coming into the class and he'll try to just act like he knows what's in my house. He'll act like he knows what I'm writing about, all this different stuff. And if he doesn't do it, then he'll have one of the people do it. And so it's just like, I'm just like, I can't. Like, I just left. So see, somebody was going to try to have me say I really did enjoy it. I was saying something about somebody else's working, right? So it's like, I'm not trying to say that. So it's like, stop. So anyway, that was it. Colada was like, just like my favorite cousin. So that's something that I didn't even read last week. I did not read it all. Well, on the 11th, I didn't read because I was just like, this fucker is fucking stalking me. So I just read this one in class. So I'm going to read this one. And the teacher was just like, are you kidding me? So then the lady just says, oh, you really captured the mind of a stalker. Of the victim, of being a victim of stalking. And she was like, you would want to kill somebody. And so I'm just like, I really want to be like, but I'm being stalked right now. Like, I say it inside of this and everything. And it's like, she's just sitting there like, are you kidding me? Like, yes, this is the shit that this fucker did. And it's like, I don't even know what to tell y'all, but I don't know why he would even start doing this in the first place. Okay, y'all, here we go. And I have to correct this one. So, we only have 20 minutes to write, so I didn't correct it. I woke up one day and started to cry. I remember my cousin Colada died without me knowing why when the funeral was. She was murdered by someone that found it rather easy to hurt people and go unpunished. He still chases me today. I have yet to get help for any trouble or trauma that he has caused. I'm here now without my son because he wants to taunt me by telling me that he will castrate or neuter him so that he himself can't. That's what is unable to bear children. He stops all communication I have with people that could be possible friends and presents them with made-up tales as well. Some people think that they can take my soul and carry all the great abilities that I have. Today, he admitted that the reason that he stalks me is to see if I'm happy. And if he doesn't want me to be happy about much of anything, and he doesn't want me to be happy about much of anything, he didn't want my son happy either. He didn't want my son to be happy either. When I get a chance, I shout to him that it isn't his business and move on with my day. And y'all, I have to shout inside this room. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that's really something I need to really give a fuck about. You understand? Because it's like, that's not your business. I don't seem to care for him in any way, but he's a serial killer that has stalked my family since I was a child. Now he only sees ways to end our lives or to keep us from normalcy. I wanted to be married with a dog and living with my son and family on a lake in an RV or schooling. When he stalked and saw me pursuing my dream, he told my cousin to cut my throat. We moved into a house after a shelter stay. He tormented me and my son through school and all the neighboring places that we should have enjoyed. He broke the bus and stole it from its place, threw me into a mental institution when I wanted to leave, kidnapped my son, stole my taxes, and stalks me so that I can lose my jobs. He called the unemployment office so that I can lose unemployment benefits. And here I sit in this place waiting for a real police officer, FBI agent. Y'all, stop the internet in front of this in the middle of me writing this too. To knock on the door, stop the Wi-Fi, y'all, and try to cut the time short. To knock on the door to take me to my son to leave. He did this to my mother and my cousin Amy and maybe my cousin Christy, so that stars like Viola Davis could write a book. Gabrielle Union could pretend to have a normal life. So that the Kardashians can use my art as if it were their lifestyle. He wanted them to name me as dead and not survived, and all I want is my dog and my child so that I can leave. He set all this in place, and when I escaped the first time, he killed my mother for it. Now they all wait, wanting something from a bank account that can't exist in a life that he won't let me live. What did I do? I answered, I said quietly, I read, and sometimes I read the Bible and prayed. But most of all, I listened to reply with comprehension, and he couldn't take the fact that I am not startled by his ideas of abusing me and my family. I need help. I need authorities. I am a hostage, and no one seems to hear me. He wanted me in a coffin to die alive. I guess that is what he will get. And that's it. So I was like, let me put that on there today. Because it's like, that's something else for your Wi-Fi to go out in the middle of a damn class. And it's like, why would the Wi-Fi go out in the middle of the class? You know what I'm saying? Like in the middle of me writing, I had 16 minutes. And then, you know what? I had 2 minutes left to write. And then all of a sudden the Wi-Fi goes out. I go back to class. And then it was 46 seconds. You see what I'm talking about? So it's like, are you always trying to capture what's on my screen or what? And it's like, that just wasn't your fucking business. Like, how you feel about me and what you think you need to do to me, it's not my fucking business. Is that right? It is my business. What you think about me and what you feel like you need to do to me, you understand what I'm saying? It's not my fucking business. I'm serious, y'all. It's like, if you could move on with your own life and I move on with my life, and I'm okay with doing that, then at some point you will be like, okay, wait a minute. If I'm doing my thing, if I'm doing all this good shit, if I'm writing movies for TV and giving them her shit and all this different stuff, then what is it? I don't need to get them her shit anymore. I'm close enough to make this my own. Y'all get what I'm talking about? And it's like, I guess it's not my business. It never is. It's like, I don't care. You see what I'm talking about? It's like, I don't care. But why do you care that much about me? Like, why do you care so much about me if I move on and have a life? Why do you care so much about me if I get a bus and travel away from you? Why would you have to care that much about me? You see what I'm saying? And why care that much to put the shit on TV and make it into a song and a movie and all that shit too? It's like, I am tired. I don't want to. Y'all see, I'm being forced to do something I don't want to. It's rape. It's rape. And he told me when I was young that he would try to put me in a coffin alive so I can die in a coffin like that. So this is the coffin. And y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all let me die. Y'all don't care. Long as y'all get to see Gabrielle Union kiss Dwayne Wade in the fakest ass way possible, y'all don't give a fuck. As long as y'all see Kim Kardashian ass on TV, you don't give a fuck. It's like y'all don't care. So, hey, that's it. It's the truth. Everything I said in that letter is the truth. And that, whatever the fuck it is, it's the truth. Have a good day.